In this video, we're going to talk about solving equations by elimination. This is part 2. All right, in this video, we're going to do 2 examples. The first one looks like this. All right, 2x minus 10y equals 12, and 6x minus 20y equals 16. In our previous elimination problems, some of the coefficients were already the same. For example, you might see a problem with 6x plus y equals 10 and 6x minus 7y equals, well, actually 10 this time. Right, that 6x and 6x hinted at us on what to do. But in this equation, we don't have that. So what we're going to have to do is to multiply one of the equations to make variables match. All right, and I want to leave plenty of room there because we're going to multiply and put the new equations to the right. Okay, so for example, in this one, I see right away, it doesn't always have to be with x, you can do either x and y, but I notice that I have 2x and 6x. And I know that 2 times 3 is 6. So if I multiply this entire equation by 3, then that will get me 6x in the same place that the bottom equation has 6x. All right, so the bottom equation I just copied straight over. 6x minus 20y equals 16. The top equation, I multiply by 3, everything times 3. So the next part is going to be minus 30y, and 12 times 3 is 36. All right, now these are the 2 equations I'm going to use to solve with elimination. All right, since these are the same 6x and 6x, I'm going to subtract them because 6 minus 6 is 0. And I'm subtracting the entire equation, just a big subtraction problem. All right, 6x minus 6x is 0. Negative 30 minus negative 20 is going to be minus 10y. Always feel free to use a calculator, even if just to check, just to make sure. All right, and then 36 minus 16 is 20. All right, let's finish up solving for y here. 0 minus 10y is negative 10y. Divide both sides by negative 10. And we get that y is negative 2. Next up, I can take any of the equations I've written. I'm just going to use one of the original ones. 2x minus 10y equals 12. And I'm substituting this negative 2 in for y. So 2x minus 10 times negative 2 equals 12. All right, and let's finish solving for x. I did that a little quickly. Definitely take a chance to pause the video, check your work with mine. But I got that x is negative 4. So that means the solution to the system is negative 4, negative 2. You can always check your answer on desmos.com, the graphing calculator. And if you type in both equations, they should cross where your solution is. So like, let's actually try that out. So I have a previous problem up here, but let's try, instead of those equations, let's see. Okay, let's type these in. 2x minus 10y equals 12. All right, and I see I got a straight line there. That's a good sign. And we have 6x minus 20y equals 16. All right, and I'll zoom in just so we can really see where this purple and green line cross. It is at -4, -2, which is what we got as our solution. All right, let's do one more example. In this example, so we have 10x plus 4y equals -20 and -8x minus 3y equals 17. All right, in this case, I can see I'm going to have to multiply something because none of the coefficients match. They're not the same or opposites. But 3 and 4 don't really multiply well together. 8 and 10, like I can't just multiply by one number. Instead, in this problem, I'm going to have to multiply both equations. And what I typically do is just pick the coefficients. So like if I multiply this equation times 3 and this equation times 4, that should get me a 12 in this spot, right? 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12. All right, let's see. We're going to multiply this, and I get, when I multiply everything times 3, I get 30x plus 12y equals -60. When I multiply this entire equation by 4, I get -32x minus 12y equals 68. All right, and that is exactly what I wanted. I have this positive 12y and negative 12y, which indicates that I can go ahead and add these equations to eliminate y. So -2x plus 0 equals 8, or -2x equals 8. All right, let's divide both sides by 2. Go ahead and solve for x here. And going back to one of my original equations, 10x plus 4y equals -20. Let's substitute this x equals -4. And finish up solving. Again, this is a good opportunity to pause the video, try it on your own, and then make sure you got the right answer. All right, now that I have both x and y, I know that my solution is -4, 5.